Hello people, Naga here today with some scout tips for Deep Rock Galactic. Just done recording my engineer portion and now I'm here on the map to show you the best mission that the scout is ideally suited to, because they do all have their primary strength, shall we say. It isn't point extraction because it involves you carrying stuff in your hands in a way where you can't fire, and if you have to go over a big ass gap, you're fucked. You can just put it down and shoot at things and then pick it back up and slowly walk around if you're even able to. It certainly isn't eliminations, although the scout does have a small edge there in that he can just grapple behind a long attacking enemy and shoot him in the ass. Now it's these lovely things. It's search and extract missions because they tend to be fairly long, very complex, but mainly they just consist of an absolutely gigantic cavern with like one or two smaller caverns that it can connect to via tunnels. And that's just an absolute pain and a nightmare to navigate sometimes because they're like massive open caves. So you can have resources in weird locations where you would have to tunnel up to or use zip lines or whatever. It's much easier with the scout, who can just pull himself along by 30 meters every couple of seconds. You clear a whole lot more area in a whole lot less time. So I didn't have to get as much preamble out of the way as my driller video. This should be a shorter one. A couple of things to note for search and extract is you're going to launch into that big ass cavern. There's going to be quite a few enemies. There are regular waves, not too hard, not too short, but you might come out right underneath one of those cave leech assholes. Okay, so I seem to be safe right now. Except, of course, the initial enemies that will come and get you. And you saw that, right? See that bit? If I shoot it, it'll fall down. That's a new thing to this area. Right, my objective is to get a whole bunch of these glowing mushrooms, so let's do that. What is happening? Hello. So if you do a search and extract mission, you should disembark and have a brief look around, just so you don't run immediately into a cave leech trying to fight off the welcoming party. It's business as usual. If you're good, if you're fast, if you know what you're doing, you shouldn't need more than one resupply on Has 2, and even you might not even need that. It depends on how quickly you can grab your necessary items and bolt. I have seen incredibly asshole configurations of like the mission material being upside down in an inverted underpass like that. That's just small and you wouldn't see it. Alright. So the scout's main weapon for offense is this nice little rifle. If you don't do that, it gets quite precise. It's got okay firepower, and if you hit weak points with it, it's really good. Like, I was going to show it off on that guy, but he had to move, so that's not a thing that you're going to get right now. But look, let's pretend this doesn't exist, and I can't go safely down. Oh no, I can just do that and pull myself to locations where I need to be. This includes pulling myself behind an attacking enemy to attack its weak spot that's now highly undefended, or pull myself away from one of those kamikaze enemies. Hello. So that's it. Completely harmless, and it took less than a clip. So this weapon's really nice. I'll make Bosco deal with that. That's awkward and annoying, and I hate it. But I can get to that one real easy, except I need to deposit, so that's my fault. Boop. Hello. The boomstick is ridiculously powerful. Inaccurate beyond 3 feet? What was that? So it's inaccurate as hell beyond 3 feet, but you ideally do want to get up close and personal with this. And if you manage to get behind a full health Praetorian, fuck off. Then you can shoot it in the bum twice and it'll just die from that one clip, and it reloads real quick, you know? Bam. That's like crazy good. Don't want fall damage, but oh hello. Yeah, if you can get one of these resources started like that and jump in the hole where the resources were, you're good. Scout's kind of amazing at that, because Bosco can start these, he can just jump up and loln up everything. What's up? Oh, I like that bug. It'll sort of disattach, yeah, that's a word. It'll sort of not let me pull resources in because it thinks I'm too far, even though it starts. That's a big old hole. Would be a problem for anyone else, but not for us. And we can cancel fall damage by aiming at the ground. Like, this would be pretty bad fall damage, but nah. You know, you don't have to worry, as long as you're smart with what you're doing. And I want to see all the way up there, so his flare gun will launch a much brighter flare across much longer distances that does stick around for a fair bit longer. They fixed the bug that they used to have, like when I did my first tips and tricks video, there was a bug at the time with the scout flare where if you dug nearby enough to it, if you changed the terrain nearby enough to it, it would just fizzle out basically immediately, irrespective of how much time was left. Fixing that's really good, because the scout was, some reason, a undervalued class. People didn't see like the point of him, didn't really know how to use him, but he is super useful. He's not any faster innately than any of the other classes, but this mobility is crazy good. Like, imagine how many ziplines I'd have to use as the gunner to get out of here, where I can just do that and I'm midway. Now I want to go out fully, whoosh, and I'm gonna bump my head on that. Hello. Oh, right, I thought it was an exploding bug. Thanks for that. And I also thought I saw a loot bug. Whoop. And now I'm back up to base level again, and that took like a couple of seconds. Ignoring my unfortunate run-in with the annoying enemy. I didn't see that. And, you know, I wouldn't stop to mine random crap, because I'm trying to make the video as short as possible for you, but this is the mission objective, so I kind of have to. And now I'm up here and I can do that. I realized I needed to tell Molly where to go again, though, because that's just how quick the scout is. You know, you can be zipping from one thing to another, and... yeah, come on, little thing. There you go. So... yeah, random big-ass drops, random big-ass caverns. The scout is super suited for... like, if there was something there, I could just say, oh, I'm here, what? I'm mining it, you know, it's fine. And then you don't have to worry about me, because I can also just do that and be back safe. It's a fantastic little thing to have. There's an Enor Pearl hidden here. Bang. I can deposit it. Hello. I keep trying to crouch, which is completely my fault. And I keep trying to iron sights, which is also my fault. That's a bunch of enemies spawning. Not interested. Right. Let's finish this mission nice and quickly. I hope I can fulfill my secondary objectives as well, though, because that is per point progression, and I kind of do, you know, I do want that. There's some nice stuff in there, like having the ability to carry more than 40 of each resource. Ouchies. You little fuck. Also loot bug. Wait a minute. That's fine. I want to see over there, and over there, and over there. I haven't spoken about the Scout's grenade yet. I intend to show you what it does in the following wave. Because the Scout currently is the only person with a special grenade. It does no direct damage, but it makes up for that with a neat little property of its own. Oh, and yeah, if you're ever in a situation like that, you can stand on resources before you mine them. If they're at the correct angle facing away from the wall, they count as, not platforms exactly, but, you know, yeah, you can't stand on them. These little fuckers spawn tiny annoying enemies like that until you kill them if you're within range. Then you kill them and they still spawn like 5 just because fuck you. This is gonna be an excellent time to show off what the Scout's grenade does, if I can just group enemies together a bit. It creates an area in which enemies are hyper slowed for like 30 seconds, and they take a whole bunch more damage once you get that upgrade. Like 20 or 30%. So if you toss it into, like, if I were to dig out a tunnel, and I were to defend in this, and I tossed the grenade at the entrance of it, I could probably kill everything before it got to me. It's exceptionally important to put the scout grenades down correctly during a wave if you have one supporting your offense. Or defense. You have to use less bullets to kill the same things. You don't take the health damage that you would have otherwise taken because things don't reach you, that sort of thing. Another trick I like with Scout is I'll bait his barf attack, I'll go behind him, and then I'll biff him in the ass. You might take like 1 or 2 ticks of damage as well when you do that, but like, isn't that just stylish? On higher difficulties, I don't know if I would recommend it. Obviously, that's like a lot more damage you take from that stunt, and you might have to weigh up how much of a cowboy you are versus how much damage you can afford to take. Especially in groups where resupplying is a huge issue. What the fucking Christ? It might be more tactical to just not do that. Oh, I didn't hear you at all. Bunk. Hello? Come on. There you go. I was waiting for him to just trigger his goddamn explosions so I can ignore him. Hello. But like he wasn't going to do it for several seconds, which is terrible, and I've never actually seen them delay that long yet. I haven't summoned a resupply pod, but I don't think I'll need it if I can just keep this pace up. Although I am only at the 4th of my mushroom caps, and that's tragic. So what I'm probably going to do is stop recording once I've fulfilled my quota to show that you can do it, and complete the below cap sub-objective without the nervousness of a long video hanging over me. Dude, the Scout, honestly, I don't know how much fun I'm making it look, but just being able to just, like, boom, that's fantastic. It's liberating. It's largely similar to the absolutely batshit feeling that you get when you use the wingsuit in Just Cause 3 to just glide across the entire continent, or island, or whatever the hell that is. It's nice. It's just so nice and smooth. I saw a mushroom somewhere. That's a tunnel. I saw a Enor Pearl. Do I bother with it? I mean... Oh, hello. Oh, hello, Bismore. You know, because everyone mines at the exact same pace, the pickaxe is 100% identical between the dwarves, which I feel like is slightly... It's like a missed chance to get the driller that extra edge, because it would just make sense. His main thing is digging and drilling. That's a loot bug. There's a loot bug underneath me or something, but, you know, it's one of those things where I don't need it. And you can press E if you're targeting something as you pass by it to pick it up as you're passing by it. Which can be fantastic if you're, like, just zipping past something to a safe platform. If it's, like, an awkward angle, you can still grab it. Like that, except I pressed F like an idiot. Because I don't know how keyboards work. Yeah, that's it. Was I down there? I think I was down there. What's that? Oh, gold. I don't care. Right, so... Yeah, as you can see, I've collected the main mission materials required to complete the mission, and I could effectively end right now. So, on that note, and much shorter than my driller video, I'm just going to say thank you for watching. If I helped you in any way, please let me know. If you want additional tips and tricks videos, if you want to have me answer some questions, I'd be happy to. Poke me either on the YouTube video for this thing, which you should be watching, or in email, or Twitter direct message. I'm not really picky. I would love to help. So once again, thank you for watching, guys, and see you later.